In the late 20th century, one man rose from poverty to become one of the most feared and powerful criminals the world had ever seen. His name was Pablo Escobar. He was born in 1949 in Colombia, in a small town called Rionegro. His father was a farmer, and his mother was a schoolteacher. Life was simple, and money was often scarce. But from a very young age, Escobar dreamed of becoming rich and powerful. Unlike many children, he was not afraid of breaking the law. As a teenager in the streets of Medellín, he began committing small crimes. He reportedly sold fake lottery tickets and sometimes stole cars to make money. But these were only the beginning. Escobar quickly learned that crime could bring wealth much faster than honest work. Soon, he began working with smugglers and criminals across Colombia. At the time, a new drug was becoming extremely popular in the United States: cocaine. Escobar saw an opportunity that would change his life forever. By the late 1970s, he began organizing large cocaine shipments. Working with other traffickers, he helped create one of the most powerful criminal organizations in history, the Medellín Cartel. The cartel quickly became a massive empire. Cocaine was transported using planes, boats, and hidden routes across the Caribbean. Soon, Escobar was sending tons of cocaine into the United States every week. The money became unbelievable. At the peak of his power, the Medellín Cartel controlled around 80% of the cocaine entering the United States. Escobar was earning millions of dollars every day. In fact, his wealth became so massive that he once appeared on the Forbes list of the richest people in the world. But with great power came great danger. One little-known fact about Escobar was how he handled his enormous wealth. It is said that the cartel made so much money that they spent thousands of dollars every month just buying rubber bands to bundle stacks of cash. Some of the money was even buried underground because there was simply too much to store. Another surprising fact is that Escobar tried to become a politician. In the early 1980s, he joined politics in Colombia and was elected as an alternate member of Congress. To many poor citizens in Medellín, Escobar looked like a hero. He built houses for the poor, football fields for children, and entire neighborhoods for families who had nowhere to live. Many people even called him Robin Hood of Medellín. But behind that image was a violent empire. Escobar believed in a brutal rule known as plata o plomo, which meant silver or lead. In other words, people had only two choices: take his money or face a bullet. Judges, journalists, police officers, and politicians who stood against him were often threatened or attacked. Violence spread across Colombia as Escobar fought to protect his empire. At one point, Escobar even built his own private prison known as La Catedral. This prison was unlike any other in the world. Instead of guards controlling him, Escobar basically ran the prison himself. It had luxury rooms, a football field, and even a bar. But eventually the government realized the situation had gone too far. When authorities planned to move him to a real prison, Escobar escaped. This began one of the biggest manhunts in history. Special forces from Colombia, supported by international agencies, launched a massive operation to find him. For over a year, Escobar hid while his empire slowly collapsed. Finally, on December 2, 1993, Escobar was located in Medellín. During a confrontation with security forces on a rooftop, the man who once ruled the global cocaine trade was killed. His death marked the end of one of the most powerful criminal empires in history. Yet the story of Pablo Escobar remains one of the most dramatic rises and falls the world has ever seen. From a poor boy in Colombia to one of the richest criminals on earth, and finally to a hunted man with nowhere left to hide. And that is the story of Pablo Escobar, a man who rose from poverty to become one of the most powerful and feared figures in history before his empire finally came to an end. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.